Hey there and welcome to the NOWDEMY video tutorial series. In this video tutorial we'll be discussing arrays and its types. Basically three types of arrays are there: index array, associative array, multidimensional array. Basically arrays in PHP is a type of data structure that allow us to store multiple elements of similar data type under a single variable, thereby saving us the effort of creating a different variable for every data. The array are helpful to create a list of elements of similar types, which can be accessed using their index or key. Suppose we want to store 5 names and print them accordingly. This can be easily done by the use of 5 different strings variables, but if instead of 5 the number rises to 100, then it would be really difficult for the user or developer to create so much different variables. Here array comes into play and helps us to store every element within a single variable and also allow us easy access using an index or a key. An array is created using an array function in PHP. There are basically three types of arrays we have discussed before, and the first one is index or numeric arrays, and this is an array with a numeric index where values are stored in linearly. Then another is associative arrays, an array with a string index where instead of linear storage, each value can be assigned a specific key. Multidimensional arrays is an array which contains single or multiple array within it and can be accessed via multiple indices. So first of all, we will look at example of index array. How do we create index array and how it looks like? So for index array is so quite easy. This can be anything. This is a simple variable and I will call an array function. I will put some variables inside these strings, some names of persons, peoples, uh, Zoha, Zara, another is Zoya, and another is Sam. This is enough, I think. Here I have list of 4 people's names and I want to call it inside of array. How do I call it? I want to say that echo. I will put br, take here, and I will say print r function, and I will call the data variable. In this data variable contains the list of this array name, this people's name. This is the array, and this array contains this list of names. And I'm going to call this by the print r function. Print r function is used for the array structure, to call the array structure and values of this array. So let's see how it looks like. So here the printf function is being called and it shows the structure of arrays and the values inside this array. This is the index of the index array, and these are the values stored at this index. This is the index. 0 is the index of value Zaha, and the 1 is in the index of value Zara, and so on. These are the index array basically contains an index where values are stored, some strings or where integers are stored inside this. So this was a simple example of an index array. Example of index array. I will create another variable. This will call person, and I will also call here some people's data. I will copy this data. Notice that I haven't called an array function over here. This is the main difference in this and this. Both are the arrays are index arrays. Both are the same type of arrays, but the difference are of calling the array function and between these process. So I haven't called an array function over here. I will call this by index for index, because this is an indexed array. Call the person and call this with its index. I want to call the name of Zara. So this index is 1. I will go to the browser and check for the output. So this is the output of the another index array variable. I want to print out this so I can see the whole structure of this array. Print or whole person variable. Let's see what's the output is. It should be same output. Yes, this is both of the outputs are same, but the syntax a little bit different. So this was the index array example. Now we will look at associative arrays. How to create associative array? What are associative array? Actually, we will look at this. We have described before that associative array with a string index where instead of a linear storage, each value can be assigned a specific key. What does it mean? This means that as an index array, we have saw that the every value, every string, every variable was called with its index. But what happened in associative array? In associative array, we assign some custom strings, some custom variables instead of its index. So let's see how do we do this. I will create a variable, personal or something personal. I will create an array and I will put some values inside this, like name, and I will associate this to another data like Zoha. Zoha's name is this is the name and this is the value of this name. So name will contain the value of Zoha and comma another value could be age. Age is 22 and another is email. This can be NOWDEMY @something.com, comma, and another variable can be hobby or leave it. I think this is enough. So I want to call this print by print r function. Let's see what how does it look like. I will put br so I can see the main difference. This is the example of output of associative array. This is the now this was the difference. This is the indexed array and this is also the index array, but this one is an associative array. These are the keys, custom keys that holds the values of Zoha, and this is the age that holds the values of variable values of 22 and so on. This is the associative where we create custom keys in order to hold some data. So this was a simple example of associative array. Now we will look at another variable, another type of array that is called multidimensional array. What do we do in multidimensional array? An array which contains single or multiple array within it and can be accessed via multiple indices. Here we will create multiple data and we will create multiple we will call this access by multiple indices. So let's see how do we do this. I will create a variable, a student equals to an array function, and I will create here two categories, either pass or fail. The pass I will create an array, another array over here, and I will say Zoha another variable is Zoya in here, comma, and I will create another array over here also, and this will call fill. This is the second category, and this will create. This will also have an array like array, and this will contain some data also like Sarah, comma, Sena. So this is a multidimensional array we have created of students. Here is some students that some are failed and some are passed. So these both are the students who are passed. This is the array of passed student, and the second one category contains the array list of those students who are failed. So let's see how it looks like. How we will call it. How do we print this? I will say that echo what the variable name was, student, student, and its location, its category. First of all, first I want to call this variable passed, and I want to say that call the student who is passed at index 1. So at index 1 I want to say passed, and the second one is index or location of that variable, that person. So I will say 1. Let's see. So let's see, this is the Zoya, this is the index 1, location of Zoya is index 1, and this is the category of first variable. Is if I want to say that call the person who is at index 1 in the category of field, so it will call the Zainab. If I want to call the Zara, then I will say that call the person at index 0, and it will now call the Zara. Yeah, this is the example of multidimensional array. I hope this makes sense to you. Thanks. So in this tutorial, we have covered that index array, associative array, multidimensional array,